Hello and welcome back to Nostalgia Park. Or wait, it was called Woodworm Park. But it is a Nostalgia Park as we are not allowed to build modern rides. I mean, what are the authorities thinking? Really, it is gonna add quite a extra layer of challenge to the park. But, of course, we are not to be just defeated beforehand by this type of challenge, because we can deal with it. We are good enough to at least try it heads on. And last time we built this coaster, of which we do not have any ratings yet. However, so far it looks to be rather good. We have a few ups and downs, a few curvy bits, so also a bit of track and path and terrain near. So yeah, there's a good chance that this coaster will be alright. Now, last time, I know that wait, what do we see over here? Is this what I think it is that I'm seeing? Or is this still from like last time when I saw the handy dude going there and I was like, no way! Yeah, probably, because now they are already set up the proper ways. Alright, never mind. Anyway, like I was saying last time, the pressure is on. Currently, we need 10 times as many guests as we currently have. So, what it comes down to is we need to build rides and we need to build them fast and furious. So, as for like the next ride, we are gonna build the next thrill ride like right over there. Yeah, we did manage the research department pretty well. What I'm thinking of in terms of thrill ride is just a scrambler axe. We have the perfect spot over here. The thing is, I kind of want a queue of 3 tiles. So if I was able to... See, to do that, basically it needs to be... If we connect it over here, we need to move this back like 3. So on this area is where this ride needs to be. We can do that though. All right, let's do this quickly. Military precision. There we go. Look, bam, precisionated. There, and even more precisionated. Come on, you need to be moving. There, right, quick and fast and. Yeah, just the way it's supposed to be. There we go. Now, this is a queue size of 3. Bam, bam, done. Look at this. Going with military style precision. Ooh, yeah. And pause. Right. Ooh, nice. And we have the wooden roller coaster. Now, this is going to greatly help us out. And I think, to be honest, to get the finances of the park going, the first thing that we should be doing next after this ride... Well, maybe you slam down a gentle ride so we have like a good mixture of everything. But for the rest, we need to get the wooden roller coaster in here straight away. Preferably somewhere around here. Looking at the terrain, this is gonna be already quite the challenge. But of course, we are never too shy for a good challenge, right? Now, there are a few things we could actually do, but you know what? I'm already getting ahead of myself. Let's first finish this one, right? I mean, we haven't even opened it, and already I'm thinking ahead. It's just that with the wooden coaster, I think salvation has come. Yeah, you're not gonna say what the next thing in development will be. That's alright. Now, because we go with the max amount of rotations, we cannot have that long a queue. But at the same time, we can charge $5 for quite a while. After all, the ratings are as good as they can be. In between videos, I have been thinking about like, okay, maybe if we don't go for like the maximum amount of rotations, you can have a longer queue size and have like a quicker throughput of guests. But it's quality over quantity, so we are not gonna go with it. Now, as for like the color scheme, do I like it the way it is? Does this even affect anything? Yeah, just a tent. So, if we stick with the red, which is kind of like an obvious theme here, could we go with like green? And then I don't even see where this green is gonna end. This is just the tent coloring, really, isn't it? So what we could do is go with the classic green and yellow. Yeah, I don't think this fits too badly. So we'll go with this. Red and white, it is quite obvious in the park, but at the same time, it is a classic color combination. You know what? Red and white is what the majority will be. Also, there's actually people going on the... Wait, we didn't? Come on. How are we gonna name this? How about the Laker? I believe I actually... Didn't I? I seem to recall that we actually named this boat hire already. Anywho, the scramble eggs. We will call this the Triopus. No, no. I was about to say like octopus, but actually, if you think of every seed as like an arm, it's not octo. It is because that's like but it stands for like an 8. It is actually 9, which I do not know the. Yeah, I know like quint is like for 5 and quad is like a 4 thing. I do not know it for the 9. So we'll make it up ourselves. The Ninthopus. Well, you need to get up. You need to come up with something of a name, right? Now that's all done and settled. How are we for? Yeah, look, we're getting a good flow of guests into the park. I like that. What we also need is like a bit of these benches as well as this. All right. Maybe also like a handy dude who is going to patrol this area. Yeah, we are gonna need it. Because if we don't take like an extra handy dude over here, this is gonna be filling up with filth and vomit and, you know, all the bad stuff we don't want. As for like the 2 mechanics, I think that because we have like 3 rides for him to patrol, we need like a new one. So, and now we're starting to already run into like the more difficult aspect of this whole gig, and that is like, hold on. Wow. So my first coaster, which I really kept tight and not much in the budget, is already a 7. This is good. This is really good. Right, I'm not gonna charge more bucks for it, but yeah, that's good. Also, can I up the speed anywhere over here? Of like, you know, say like, okay, you can go at like 20 kilometers an hour. I mean, it says 27. Can I up that? No, I believe I can't. Right now, as for the next ride, so we have basically slammed down that one. Now we can get back to planning where the wooden coaster will be. Also, yeah, no. I mean, I have the game on pause constantly, and still I'm thinking like, okay, have you developed anything? Which of course is not gonna work out like that, but yeah. So the wooden coaster, what I am thinking of doing is to build the station right above this train station, which has the advantage of making it at the same height level as the path here, and at the same time, we don't need to clear away any trees. But we do have them right to the side of the coaster. And then because we go up high, we could go like over here and basically fill out this difficult area of the terrain. I don't want to go with the coaster over the water, but what we do have is like a hill, which we can utilize a little bit. And then perhaps, you know, swing by this area, which is gonna be difficult for us to access, you know. Basically over here in like this area, and I'll close this down for a moment. Basically over here, this area will be pretty difficult for us to access because there's like hills and tracks. So what we should do is stack our tracks right here in the center where this crossing is. Basically, the more we can stack the crossings over here, the better. I want this to be like a pillar of support. You know, like you have like a plate of spaghetti, which is always the highest in the center. This is how we're gonna do it, you know. We're gonna spaghetti plate it up. Right, speaking about that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start a construction of the wooden coaster. Oh, and you know what? Because we do not have any music, let's get ourselves this ride really quick, just so that we have some atmosphere to the park, right? Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, okay, if we are gonna go with the wooden coaster where we thought it would go, where are we gonna go with this ride? We haven't really done anything over to this area of the park, but at the same time, I think the wooden coaster, because before we build this, we also know that the wooden coaster is going to be here, and I'm going to attempt to hook that thing up to this part of the path. And there's two ways we can go with this merry-go-round. If we could hook it up underground over there and basically space it somewhere here. Done. That's what we're gonna do with it. Done, done, and done. Right. Okay, let's unpause it and let's get it down right over here. Remove a few trees. And then I know this is not gonna look the greatest with the terrain and all that, but that's just the way of it. And then done. Right. Now all we need to get is a queue line going. And then at least we have some music to the park. Because to be honest, man, has it been silent. It's only like, you know, well, I wouldn't say that it's an annoying sound, but it's only the sound of cash flowing into our pockets. Such a sad state of affairs. Yeah, perfect. Right, and then we need to do the same basically over there. Now, the view here is terrible for this. I do hope that there is no tree. We seem to be lucky in that regard. And the same over there. Right, so far I think we are lucky. Yeah, perfect. And then just hook it up. Get a no entry sign out there. And done. Right, okay, pause it quickly. I mean, that's the thing, you know, we need to be constantly building. So yeah, we are pausing it, but you know what we did do with pausing it quite a bit is we built 3 rides in 1 month. Now I know that we're not going to be able to keep up that pace, but this is the effect of it, you know. Basically what we need is we need to get enough rides and enough cash flow that we can constantly be building at this pace, and then we should be settled. So anyway, we'll see. The challenge is there, man. I can feel it. I see the challenge. I think they've done a good job with it. Also, our queue length is pretty much perfect for this merry-go-round. So there we go. How about we call this the Dalton Fanfare. There, yeah. As far as coloring goes, though, we are not gonna stick with this weird light blue and white. I don't even know if the blue is gonna stay. To be honest, I'm leaning way more towards something like this. I mean, the blue and red can stay, but I think red should really be like one of the main themes of the park. So that's what we're gonna stick with. Now, as for handy guys, do we have... No, we do not have one covering this bit. I'm gonna take a risk and hold off with adding a handy dude just for this area. Though on the other hand, if we're gonna add the coaster here, I might as well add one which also takes this area. So he will be combined for the coaster. Yeah, That is something we should do. We should definitely do this there. You're gonna have that area, which will be combined for the coaster. Good, good, good. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the pressure is on, and it continues to be on. No right there. All right, time to build the wooden roller coaster. So, as for the custom design, if I were to... Yeah, no, it says it's in the way. So basically what I need to do is I need to line it up like over here, basically. Now, I don't want the station to be all the way over there, so we're basically gonna delete a few pieces here. Like, I think over there is good enough still. Yeah. Also, I'm not entirely sure if we need like this many station pieces for the amount of... Oh yeah, no, definitely do we need that many station pieces. Because this allows us to get the 3. We do have them reversed and backwards. Well, that's actually rather cool. I don't really recall if we've done that in the past, but I do like the idea. All right, yeah, no, that's we will do it with the backwards cars, definitely. Okay, let's continue on building this. Now we're gonna do the entrance over here and like the exit over here. I'm not entirely sure. I just need to check, like, does this line up with... I mean, I believe that I do not have... Come on. There we go, yeah, that's better. Right, so that connects, you know, and I am gonna hook this up first, just so that I don't block off, like, any possibility to get this back to the main path, so... Now, I wanted it to be hooked up over here, also to not block off, like, any, possibility to get away with this coaster, you know, because we kind of do need this to work out. We'll just do it like this, so now we are able to at least finish. Look at this, we are building the same, you know, 2 things at once here. That's how good we are. Alright, I actually kind of like the size of this queue, so then what we need to do is get this over there, because we do need a little bit of space for the rest of the coaster. And I do see our cache, but don't worry, we are gonna take out... okay, so that's not gonna work. We're gonna take out any loan necessary just to get this thing going, basically. So... Right, which means that we're gonna start with that right now. The first 5,000 of our loan have been taken. And then we should go like this. Now, you know what we should do? We should also get like the on-ride photo section for this. And we have the water splash. Oh man, do I want it? I want it badly. Alright, so then, now let's just pause for a moment and think about how we want this coaster to go. Basically what I would like is for it to go up, down, go up, curve, do like 1 twist here and then go back. And preferably have the twist be a little bit out so we can go back with the water splash. That would really be preferred, but I'm already looking at this and I'm thinking like, I don't know. Maybe we should splash it here, then do the curve and get back, because we have the track here on height 10. You know, maybe we should construct this backwards a little, see what we can get away with. Oh, really? We need to raise or lower the terrain. In that case, now, we are not gonna raise and lower the terrain for that. So... we shall go like this. And you also, I believe, yes. And the height we get from is like height 22. So if we lift it over here and go back, the speed should not be that high, but I kind of did want this to be... Oh, almost made it. Right, now as for... Oh, what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna have it like go up and down, create them G's. Also, I do not want to block off too much real estate for future rides here. So how about it if we... Yeah, maybe we should keep it straight and then do this. That way we can at least build a few things more like on the water side and stuff, yeah. We should definitely not go too bonkers crazy with this. So we'll have this one go down. And then go up to height 12. Do the water splash, because... Wait, what now? Is that like a 3-high ride? Really? Apparently it is. Okay, I wasn't aware of this. In that case... Alright, let's just quickly rethink our plan here for this coaster, because if it is gonna be like a 3-high thing, what I wanted to do is... Let me have a look here. Is it possible? No, no way we're gonna be able to. Alright guys, here's my train of thought. What I want to do is basically loop it around and then have it go back. The problem is that if we go to like height 14 or 15, we only come from height 22. I don't believe we will be able to get back. What we can do, but this is pretty risky, is turn it around, have it go into the underground, like... I don't even know if we could pull that one off. Basically, how does this line up? Yeah, so what we could do is have this get above ground here at the right height and then S-bend. You know, we should build this backwards and see where this leaves us. I think we should be able to pull this off only barely. And the way that we're investing in it already with like terrain changes, basically you know what's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. Raise or lower the land first. I can't even see which tile that would need it. Okay, well ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. This is currently our attack route. So, for this to succeed, we can go to height 10 on this one. And then, are we like one to the side right now, or are we like one off? I'm inclined to say we are like one off. No, we should be aligned proper right now. Ooh, I'm not sure if we will be able to get to it then. Yeah, miniature railroad in the way. Yeah. No. No. Right, okay, so slight change of plans. Because I was like going no, the other way. Okay, so this is like a slight change of plans, but perhaps necessary. Right, so we will have this go a little bit wider. which will also have us line up better for this. Which should also have us line up even better for this. And then... wait. This is the way we kind of need to do this. Right. I cannot without good conscience leave the terrain as ugly as over here. So at least we're gonna do this, but... let's see. Okay. Apparently we are still fine here. Yeah, okay. Not if it comes down to the money that we are spending on it. But I think that this coaster will be worth it, even though it is way too expensive for us currently, but... oh well. I mean, basically we're blowing all our money on it anyway. We might as well do it the proper way, right? Now, as for the brakes, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say like, okay, have like 49 kilometers an hour and pray for the love of God that this thing isn't too intense. Whilst you guys watch like, you know, the test ride of this go down, what we need to do is we need to quickly set this up. So why don't we call this Woodworm Adventure? Woodworm Ventura. Woodworm Vintage. I think that's much more fitting for a park where we can only build the older type of rides. Still though, I don't think we've added too many way too expensive track pieces, you know. We kept it quite in the budget. So I'm just gonna gamble on the... oh, this is like the most important piece of it. Oh, yeah, okay, so, you know what we did do? We just overtuned it slightly. So, basically that means that you need to be at least 50... you know, you can be 64, same over here, 64. And because we now know that this will arrive safely, we are also going to instantly charge it with $6. Just because I'm pretty sure that the coaster will be actually doing okay. Woodworm Vintage. Oh, wow, actually, I'm not entirely sure if this thing has ever been inspected, but if this is the case, it only took us a little bit, a month for a coaster, which if it does live up to my expectations, which I sincerely hope, looking at the money that we spent on it, if it does live up to our expectations, we are pretty much golden for the rest of the, you know, of the park. Also, this is not a good thing. Now, it is becoming dry again, but with the weather being like this, yeah, I don't know, it's not good. Also, we will give this a quick paint job. Now, as for classic colors, white supports on this type of coaster is kind of a thing that you can do. If we were to just go with this, or even this, I believe with this, pretty much the whole park would start to look the same. So we're actually going to stick with the white coloring. However, then we need like... yeah, and this makes it too futuristic again. So now we are really stuck with only like a few choices. Which one are we gonna go with? It's actually not that easy. Eel. No, 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 no. Now this is doable. Especially if we go with like... no. No. I'm not sure on this one. You know what? Maybe we should just go with like the white and then... or perhaps we should do this the other way around. So we shall have this be done like this. Yeah, now this I quite like. Also, it is backwards, so that will actually make it a rather intense ride, I believe. Well, anyway, we have the Woodworm Vintage being done. Unfortunately, it is without test results. But if this coaster is any indication of how good this one's gonna be, then we are pretty much sorted. Now, before we leave, there's one thing I want to check. But you know what? We're gonna do that next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.